Hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm so happy to host this Maha Sangha event as a guiding teacher. So it's really wonderful that we have this integrating event today. So it integrates not only our school members and European school members, but the meaning of Mahasangha is much wider. So what does it mean, Mahasangha? Mahasangha, the idea, the reality of Mahasangha is deeply rooted in our basic vow, which is called bodhicitta or body-mind. So body-mind means attain enlightenment and help all beings, work endlessly for the sake of sentient beings. That's why it's wonderful that this event integrates our Sangha, but it leaves open gates through which we send our dedication and our best wishes, our wishes of peace, love, compassion, and clarity to all sentient beings. So the gates of our school are open, not only today, but for eternity, because it is deeply rooted in this basic value, this basic reality, which is bodhicitta. So we send our wishes. We chanted Kwan Bosal. So we send this Kwan Bosal blessing to the world of all sentient suffering beings. Also, these gates are the sign of invitation to all sentient beings and share the fruits of our practice. So also, the very important of this meeting is to reflect on our root teacher, which is Buddha Shakyamuni. So December is the special month which especially directs our sight, our attention to this root teacher, to Buddha Shakyamuni. The example of his practice and enlightenment is especially studied and followed during this December. So as you know, many Zen temples, not only Kwanum Zen temples, but all Zen temples celebrate this special occasion, this special time in which, according to tradition, Buddha, after 6 years of hard training, attained enlightenment and started his teaching life. So December is the month which especially celebrates this wonderful event. So Buddha gave us the powerful example how to not drown in the ocean of suffering, but how to use this world imprinted with suffering to find the true potential in human beings. So suffering for him was the trampoline for his spiritual trip, which was finalized in his enlightenment experience. And this enlightenment experience was another trampoline to start his teaching life. So, so we study the example of Buddha effort and Buddha enlightenment. As you know, School of Zen is called the school not so much of Buddha's teaching, but Buddha mind or Buddha heart, which means that we don't study sutras so much in our school, but we study this basic sutra, which is our original mind. Okay, so it is much more safest way because you can burn all sutras, but you cannot burn your mind. So during this period, we follow Buddha effort and study Buddha's mind. So December, as the last month of the year, reminds us also about some basic truth. So what is this basic truth? Basic truth is the truth of floating everything and of impermanence. Okay, so Many people, when we are talking with them at the end of the year, so complain, look, so time is passing so quickly, you know. So there was New Year Eve, not so far away, and the next New Year Eve is coming. So this is also an important message of December. So it reminds us of passing the time, and also how precious is the time of our life. So it teaches us, don't waste our time, don't waste our life, and take this great matter of life and death into your own hands. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. Okay. So I have one story for you for today. So in the past, somewhere, probably in China, small stories, you know, traditional Zen stories, there was a man who suddenly started become deeply sick. So his sickness was deeper and deeper, and you know, started to consume his health. So it's natural. He started to look for medicine, but nobody gave him something which could really help him. But some doctor told him, you know, man, I cannot help you so much, but I know that the only medicine which can help you is 3-year moxa grass. So look for 3-year moxa grass. So some hope appeared in his heart, and he started to travel around and started to visit many places, many people, many doctors asking for this 3-year moxa grass. Okay. But you know, whenever he go, he received some disappointing answer. Yes, I have 1-year-old moxa grass. In the other place said, yes, I have 2-year-old moxa grass, but nobody had this 3-year moxa grass. So he was, you know, the state of his health became worse and worse and worse. And finally, he was close to death. And at that moment, he met some sage, some wise guy, who unfortunately didn't have 3-year moxa grass either. But he gave him deep and strongly hitting teaching. You are so stupid. If you 6 years ago planted this moxa grass, you would have harvested twice. Okay. So that's, you know, I don't know what was the reason, what was the end, what was the effect of this teaching, and how was the life of this guy later. But you know, maybe he died, who knows? But died or not died, you know, the deep teaching, the very strong teaching is coming to us from this story. So the story tells us not to look for fulfillment, you know, and for medicine for your life in the world of external changing impermanent conditions. This story teaches us to take this great matter of life and death into our own hands and make some garden of this moxa grass and plant it already now. Maybe some people have already planted, so congratulations. But for those who still are looking outside, you know, asking somebody for help, you know, please stop. Look what you already have inside. Okay, so it was the basic Buddha message. So in fact, Buddha way was similar, because at the beginning of his trip, he was going from one person, from one teacher to another, but nobody could satisfy him. So finally, he decided, no, I must do it myself. Okay, so, but it was still time for him, you know, so maybe not the same way as with this man. So, so if you plant this moxa grass, okay, which means attain this clarity, wisdom, and enlightenment. You can make one step more. So don't close the gates of your garden. But if it is full of grass, please invite Maha Sangha. Invite Maha Sangha to harvest with you. Okay. So, so that's very, very important because as I started, you know, our teaching is deeply rooted in bodhicitta. So bodhicitta means that our practice has to have these two aspects: growing grass and sharing this with others, attaining enlightenment and help all beings. So the end of the year, as I told, reminds us about this impermanence, and we are like floating clouds. Okay, so this teaching of impermanence is maybe a little bit sad. You know, our famous poem "Coming Empty-Handed, Going Empty-Handed" tells us exactly this. It compares our life to the floating cloud which appears and exists, changing for some time, and disappears at some point. So this is the first important insight in Zen and in Buddha's teaching, insight into impermanence. Okay. But fortunately, this poem does not leave us at the point of impermanence, but encourages us to look much deeper. And at one point, seeing something which is not dependent on coming, going, appearing, and disappearing from the clouds. We can compare this to the blue sky, which does not appear when clouds appears and does not disappear when the cloud disappears. So insight into this pure, bright thing, you know, into this sky, the original emptiness of our true nature, is the second very important insight in Zen. But we have also the third insight in Zen. The third insight means that your impermanent life, impermanence of clouds, and the independence on life and death, this one pure, clear thing, are not different. So clouds and the sky interpenetrate, which means that our everyday life is already truth, that our impermanent life is the open window to see the sky. Okay, so also this third insight means that we must take responsibility not only for our everyday life, but also for sentient beings, which means that that final dedication is to help this world and help all sentient beings. And I think that our practice, and also today, this Mahasangha event, is the strong point of teaching and strong reminder that we should attain these three insights in Zen. Insight into impermanence, but don't worry, there is one pure, clear thing, which does not depend on coming and going. And the third, absolute truth, relative truth, you know, substance and function interpenetrate, which means that you are also, you know, this one pure and bright thing. So it is not dependent on life and death, but also it is not separated from life and death. That's why our everyday life can be fulfillment of this deep truth which Buddha discovered under the Bodhi tree. So at the end of my speech, I hope it was not too long. I would like, of course, you know, transmit to you my best wishes for this upcoming new year. So I wish you, you know, something which is most precious. Okay, so when you are never separated from this shiny jewel, you are already inside. Okay, some people can wish other people money, health, you know, good job. Of course, I wish you all of these too. Okay, but this is impermanent. If you build your life on these external circumstances, you know, you can have some problem because this is the law of appearing disappearing. So that's why I wish you not to be separated from this shiny jewel, which is shiny inside, but at the same time spreads its light through the whole universe. So this is the meaning of Mahasangha. So I wish you, I wish that the next year, the upcoming year will be the next page of sutra of your life, which we can call this the sutra of floating clouds. Okay, so I wish you all the best. So let's keep our training bright, strong, and shining, and help this world. That's what I wanted to share with you for today. Thank you.